Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, where I think we're kind of heading, at least vaguely, in the direction of the endgame now, because we are definitely at the point where we've solved the four big problems, we've dealt with Hyrule Castle, and now we're looking for the fifth sage, whom I'm pretty sure I'm going to be building a goddamn construct for, which is actually pretty cool, all things considered. Also, apparently I didn't use this enough to get all of the devices out of that. That's quite a surprise. I may have to nip over there and have a look again in a minute. Usually throwing in 5 of the things just sort of does it for you, but apparently not always. I should keep an eye on that, because there are some of these things scattered around. If I've missed a few, then that could actually be quite... Oh my god, I missed one of those too. How about that? I wasn't really paying attention. I just kind of assumed if you throw in 5, you'll get all the stuff that you need. But apparently, no, I did miss a few. Not that that's a big problem, I don't think. But next one, throw in 5 large charges. Yes, I'd imagine you probably get quite a lot doing that. But I do have quite a few spare charges. So I may do that for funsies. So, yeah, we have one construct to build. And according to the voice of Minoru that we heard, we have to go around the immediate area, grab some pieces for the construct to build it, presumably to give her a new body, before we head over to the Spirit Temple, which we shall of course be doing later on. But yeah, we've already sort of explored these places. Kinda. It's more so over in the sense that, yeah, I've explored them, but I wasn't really able to properly look at them because these wouldn't work. I'm assuming they will now. Okay. Ooh, what the fuck? Okay. Actually, should be able to just... Works for me. Okay, so we've got this. Give me lots. They never stop coming. They're still trying to fall out. That's great. Cool. Well, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so we got some rockets. Obviously, we need to blast this off in that sort of vague direction. Which I'm wondering if we can just slap this on and... No, try not doing that. Not quite. Needs more height if I'm going to do that. A for effort, F for outcome. Well, sometimes you gotta test these things. You never quite know what you're gonna get. Success. Oh, we know where we're going. Although, I don't have to wonder what the rest of this is. Hang on a tick. Do we have to actually, like, break it out of its box? Oh no, there's a chest up there. Oh. That's a thing, apparently. What's the best way to... Ooh. I mean, I won't say no. It's not great or anything, but... So... Good enough. So, do you like break yourself open, or do I have to break this open somehow? What are we doing here? Oh, no, never mind. You broke yourself open. I'm fine with that. Gotcha. May have tried to put it on upside down, but I'm sure that'll be fine.
That's one. Bring the other three here as well, Link.
Okay. So we got one all the way over. Whoa, that's a lot of glue. Uh-oh. A little too close to me, I think. I'm letting that shit go to waste. Hi, big guy. Wait, Zoanite sinks? Well, that's just irresponsible. I do like how you can just sometimes just knock enemies into water and they'll just die. That's really, really nice. Which is really... Oh, no, hold on. Which is really bloody useful for getting rid of the really big ones. Who are, you know, slightly annoying. It is rock. Yeah, I know it's rock, but I mean, there's some kinds of rock that can float. Sort of. Do you float? Speaking of floating. I mean, you should. You're hollow. You don't. Or, well, you probably do, but there's not enough. Okay. How am I even going to get past that? I mean, I can get past it. See, that's what I was kind of worried about. I do kind of hate that you can apparently, like, push an item past where you can then pick it up again. It's like, what's the fucking point of that? Okay, I feel like I've missed something here. Still, that worked. Ooh. Hey, Caddy. You really enjoyed some of these puzzles? Fair enough. I got it. Okay, so that I can presumably attach the wheels to, but what's up here? Ooh. And a shortcut if you need to go back. Okay, now how was it attached to... I don't actually remember how the hell it was attached to... Right. Sort of like that. And then that's attached to that. Hey, that worked. What did I get? Cool. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Can't exactly say I'm surprised. Also, I think I should probably turn that off before I go attaching it to anything. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. Oh shit. Well, balls. Come back here. Well, it sort of works. Oh crap. Wait. Will you fucking stop? I needed to panic in the end.
And that's another part. 2 left.
Goody, I'm so happy. Right. Got, yeah, you up there next. All right. Of course. Nothing's ever simple, is it? Okay. Presumably we obviously need to get that across there, but why did it activate? I like how each one of these is almost being treated like a shrine. Because you get the little chest hidden in each area, so it's basically like a little shrine puzzle. Which is interesting, certainly, to say the least. Ah, maybe... You stop. Is that actually gonna be enough, or is it gonna fall over? No, okay, it's gonna fall over. Okay, right idea, wrong execution, I feel. Maybe if we reposition the wheels. No, that's not going to balance, is it? Okay. I don't have a balancing thingamajig. I mean, I suppose I could pull one out of my inventory, I guess, but I don't feel that's in the spirit of it. I feel like I'm supposed to puzzle this out myself. Slap it on the side, I mean... Nope. Gotta be a way I can balance this. Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't, like, electrified not 5 minutes ago. Or before I activated all the things. Okay, need to... The Concept Factory, it had a more unique aesthetic instead of just being more depth ruins. Might have been my favorite dungeon. The open air style of it fits with the rest of the game quite well. Yeah, I feel like... yeah, this is kind of like the 5th dungeon, isn't it, really? When you think about it. So it's like... Why does it keep sliding off? Do I need more wheels? Maybe I need more wheels. Let's try more wheels. No, not that. it still keeps just falling off because it's not. It is definitely like unangled. These, I literally don't have anything else to work with. And it just keeps rolling off. Because the thing isn't like... I mean... That's not going to work. That is absolutely going to fall off. I stand eternally corrected. Okay. Need to learn to trust my own designs, clearly. Wasn't pretty, but it worked. The summation of this game's design choices. Okay, let's go. Okay, this is much faster than I thought it was going to be. Is that what you were supposed to do? I don't know. I always feel like there's supposed to be like an intended solution, but these things are so open it can be impossible to tell sometimes. That's what you did? Fair enough. And that's what Caddy did as well. Oh well, if that's what both of you did, then I can't have been that far off the mark.
One more left, Link. The body for my spirit is nearly complete.
Oh good. You know, I really hope we're not secretly building like the final boss or something. Because that's always annoying. I mean, I'd be surprised. But I mean, you never know, right? Who? What? Huh? Something saw me? Okay, something very briefly saw me and then didn't. Oh. Huh. Ah, that could be a problem. It's the right idea, but we got to get it on this side of the thing. I didn't realize that was there, otherwise I would have moved it first time. Still, at least I know what the hell I'm doing. Whee! Oh wait, really? That's what the fuck? What's the point? What is the point of that? That's just weird and annoying. Hang on. Can I? Why can I not? What the fuck? Can I grab you? What the hell? Why can I not grab this? I wasn't that far down away from it. Let me wonder actually, where's the chest? Nice. Didn't work that well for you. What the fuck? So sometimes the gods of physics are just nicer to you, I guess. You kept falling off? Oh dear. Well, I don't know what to tell you on that. I just did it. Maybe it wasn't quite perfectly centered and that like threw it off or something. I legitimately have no clue. I couldn't even begin to tell you. All I can tell you is, you know, I realized that's what you had to do, and there it is. I did it. Sorry. Gravity works. Woo! One construct, slightly damaged. Ooh, cleaning.
Thank you, Link. Now only one task remains. We must recover my secret stone.
That does not
Should be
surprise
located
me.
here. Please, Link, let us go there together.
Well, okay then.
The path will be very dangerous. Fortunately, this construct body you have built for me is hardly helpless. There is a platform nearby where we can explore its potential. Now hurry, Link. We must recover my secret stone.
Oh, we actually get to control you? Is that what we're saying? Link can ride on the Mineru's construct. Ooh. Oh. Oh my god! Robo Bobo! That explains the absolute giant pile of rocks I saw leading up to the spirit temple. I wondered why they were there. They just seemed like such a random thing to put in. Obviously, that's the route I've got to take with this. Reckoning and draw forth the true power of this construct. Attach one to a hand, and your power in combat will be magnified. The road to the secret stone is long and arduous. I recommend that you make stops at each armory along the way. Get accustomed to operating this construct so that you are prepared for whatever you may face. Okay. Backpack. Okay. With a shock emitter and a flame emitter. Ooh. Wait, what is this? That's the wrong button. That's just a basic metal plate. So if I put you there, cool. Hey guys, wanna meet my new friend? Ow. Doesn't do a very good job on the back, does it? I mean, it's nice, but it's not exactly strong, is it? Wow. What the? Who the hell? What? How the hell did I lose all my hearts in one go? What the fuck happened? The spiky ball sucks. What? Oh, apparently there was a bonfire. Well, okay. That was the wrong button. So the construct you're fighting is kind of tough, and the armor you have on is pretty crap until it's upgraded. Right, that's fair. You can jump off and go on foot. I'm starting to think I might, because this is just going to take way too bloody long. And honestly, this guy ain't that strong. What? What? Ow, what the fuck did you come from? I thought you were already dead. Can I just warp? I know it's a little bit of a distance away, but... I'm sure they'll play catch up. I certainly hope so. Oh good, look, there they are. Mineru's melee swings are very satisfying. Are they? Are they really? I don't know. Honestly, I think the whole Mineru thing's pretty crap. No, never mind. Maybe next time. Why do I get the feeling this is the one place she's not going to teleport and follow me, and that I've actually got to manually get her arse up here? Not gonna just appear, are you? Nope. She ain't teleporting up here. Oh, for crying out loud. I gotta do everything for these people. Actually, how the hell am I supposed to get her up there? That's a really good question. Can't jump. I'm gonna take a wild stab and say the rockets has something to do with it. Nope, that did not work. Nope. So we can fire rockets, but that's about it. Okay. Do I just need to chop down some trees and build a fucking bridge? I mean, that's an option. It's not a fun option, but it's an option. Aside from that, I'm honest to God not sure. Missed the part where she tells you about the movement stuff, put the rocket on her back. Oh, that makes sense. Well, I did kind of deliberately go off track. Like, literally deliberately. No, no, not that. What are you... What now?
Aha.
I'm gonna press the right fucking button in a minute. There it is. Hooray! Alright. Time for break. I will say I am quite glad that I invested so heavily in the batteries, because obviously using the construct, that's obviously making a difference. You need a lot of battery. Well, actually, I will say you don't use up a lot of battery power using the construct, but then I don't specifically know how useful the construct is. Maybe they just haven't given me good items to work with, but yeah, she feels really, really, really weak. And I don't know if like using some Sage's Wills helps in that regard, but like her attacks didn't really do a lot. Like those were some pretty high level enemies that I was fighting, and yeah, it was just kind of grindy to have to work with, but I don't know. We'll keep messing around. Anyway, back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Alright. Let's hope it works. I don't quite know what to expect from this dungeon, assuming it even, like, is a proper dungeon? I mean, I don't know. Because I kind of feel like we just went through the dungeon, but I'm not sure. Ooh. Oh, I don't like this. Hands. Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh, another one.
That construct! I made it long ago. But the glow... it must be under the control of something monstrous.
Uh-oh.
If the Demon King has turned my creation into his pawn, we must defeat it. We can do this together, Link. Let's go. We have to stop that construct. This thing is quite stable. We keep knocking it over, but that is all. That worked. Maybe we can make use of the devices around us.
Now, that worked. Uh-oh. I know that's just cheating.
Brought out more arms. Be careful.
Come on.
Done it, Ray, but remain ready for anything.
That does it. I somehow managed to press the guard button just in the nick of time. Nice. That wasn't too bad. Oh, hey. Can I pick it up? I can. I wasn't sure if there was going to be another heart container or not. Huh, I thought there was only 3 you had spare, but I guess not. Fun fact, if you do all this before you fight Kolga, you can fight him in the same way as this boss. Oh, of course, because yeah, he pulls out one of these big constructs too, doesn't he? I forgot about that. Now I have the maximum hearts. That is really annoying. Like, couldn't they have put 2 more hearts in the game? I mean, maybe there'll be a couple of DLCs, because there was in the first game. The first game added in an extra dungeon. I never played it because, you know, never played the game anything too much past the first time back on the Wii U. So I never played the DLC dungeon, but it did add a DLC dungeon that you do get a heart piece at the end of. At least I'm pretty sure. So this is the same number of hearts as you can end up with, assuming, of course, you don't skimp out on, you know, like running speed and stuff, sprint meter. So technically this one has the same number as the last game, which is weird when you consider that you start this game with absolute maximum number of hearts. So, you know, the dungeon gave you 4 more Sheikah orbs. Did it? Oh, okay. As I said, I never played it, so I didn't know. I knew that you ended up with a new heart piece after you finished it. I didn't know whether it was a case of you just got a heart piece at the end, or, you know, if it gave you stuff for another upgrade. So, I mean, that makes sense. This game has more hearts than Breath of the Wild. Yeah, that is true, because this game has 30 hearts in total, whereas the last one only had 20. Sorry, yeah, 30, not, yeah, 40, sorry, I'm getting the numbers mixed up. Yeah, this one, is it 20? Yeah, it is 20, isn't it? Yeah, this one has 2 lines of 20, so it's 40. The last one had 2 lines of 15, being 30. Actually, when you start off the game, like right at the beginning, do you have 40 hearts then? Or do you only have 30? Because I know you have 2 full rows, but I never bothered to count. I think you actually have 40, don't you? Which is odd, but whatever. I wondered that. Ooh.
Zelda asked me to aid you, Link. I am the Sage of Spirit, and one of the Zonai. Mineral. I am glad to meet you, Link. I must thank you. It is because of you that we have recovered my secret stone. Originally, my intent was to awaken when you first found the Porapad, then to guide you to my construct and assist you on your journey. I had not anticipated a battle with that same construct. You have proven quite adept, and I am grateful for all your efforts. Link, here. In the name of Minoru, Sage of Spirit, I grant my power unto you. I believe it will serve you well. With this power I've given, a deep bond has been forged between us. And from this point forward, my spirit will reside within that construct. I will help you however I can. Aha!
And one who lived in the distant past, in this age of Hyrule's founding. Circumstances forced me to forsake my body and become a being of pure spirit. Long have I slumbered within Zelda's Porapad in order to share what I knew when I passed into your hands. You know, that was a thought that was in the back of my brain, because I remember in that scene, I think it is the one where Zelda turns herself into a dragon, she gives the Porapad to that construct, and you see a little, like, Poe spirit go into the pad. I didn't think too much of it the first time I saw it, but it did sort of stick in my mind as, like, that's weird. Like, why is that? So it did sort of stick, like, vaguely at the back of my brain. And of course, that's the construct that gives Link the Porapad, like, 10,000 years later, which is just crazy to think about, but I love time shenanigans like that. So yeah, Minoru I'm pretty sure died during the fight with Ganondorf, because that's her grave you can find in the temple, you know, the one at the end of the big canyon. So yeah, I think she died during that battle. And then Rauru sacrificed himself to seal Ganon away, which is why his hand is there when you find him. That's not Mineru's grave at the Forgotten Temple. Oh no, that's that was Raru's wife, wasn't it? The fucking Zelda's ancestor woman. What the fuck was her name? I'm already blanking on it. Whatever. Yeah, that was Sonya. That was it. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's right. That was her grave. Sorry. Yeah, I was getting confused. Okay. So wait, did Mineru die during the battle against Ganondorf then? Or did I make that up? I feel like I heard that somewhere. Or am I just misremembering that? Oh, keep what? Oh, okay. I apologize that our meeting has been so long delayed. The Demon King interference is to blame. Nevertheless, I ask your pardon.
Well then.
Now, onto the topic at hand. In my own age, the distant past, from your perspective, Zelda awakened as the Sage of Time and appeared before us. What I must relate to you is a tragedy that occurred in Hyrule's history. At its crux was Zelda, who held a secret stone and traversed time.
Aha.
I am kind of curious, like, the secret stone that Zelda had, isn't that Raru's stone? Because she gets it from Raru's hand. Doesn't she? I'm sure that's what happens. But unless I'm misremembering that. It is Raru's stone. Yeah, so it's Raru's stone. So technically speaking, yeah, Raru has his stone. It then ends up on the hand, spends 10,000 whatever years holding Ganon in place. Zelda then takes it, gets teleported back to the past. It stays with Zelda until she swallows it to become a dragon. And presumably either the stone is somehow still inside her or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. So, right, yeah, okay. And we know that Sonya's stone is the one that Ganondorf uses to become the Demon King. And the other 5 stones were all sealed away by their respective sages. Yeah, okay. So just putting all the pieces together in my head. It makes sense somewhere, I'm sure it does. She made a momentous decision in those days gone by. I would have you know of the resolve she poured into that blade, the Master Sword.
Long ago, my people, known as the Zonai, came down from the heavens to the surface of the world. It was said they were descendants of gods. They bore treasures from these same gods, secret stones capable of amplifying the abilities of those who possessed them. Using the knowledge of the Zonai, my younger brother Raru became a great leader. He met a young woman named Sonya, and they would wed.
And presumably have
Raru
kids.
gifted Sonya one of the secret stones. Together, they sought to establish their kingdom. This is how the kingdom of Hyrule, with Raru and Sonya as its first king and queen, came to be. The future looked bright. However, tragedy suddenly struck. A man of great evil emerged from the desert. The leader of the Gerudo, Ganondorf, killed Queen Sonya and stole her secret stone. Using the secret stone, Ganondorf transformed into the Demon King. He then created swarms of monsters and attacked. Hyrule rose up to face these threats, but the evil power driving the monsters forward was staggering. The defenders were on the brink of defeat. Raru then came up with a plan to turn the tide of the war. He entrusted secret stones to warriors with exceptional abilities. They became sages and united in an effort to finally defeat the Demon King. Rauru and the sages outnumbered the Demon King and should have been able to stop him. However, the Demon King's power had grown far beyond anything we could have imagined. I was unable to withstand his strength. Our fight appeared all but lost. And then, Rauru. He committed himself to one final act.
That pride will be your downfall, Ganondorf!
Steal my magic. You plan to hold me here. It's a clever way to solve your problems. But are you ready to pay the price for this?
Don't be so smug. I know exactly what it will cost me.
Thousands of years will pass in the blink of an eye. You only delay the inevitable.
You're wrong. Years from now, someone will appear with the sword that seals the darkness. A swordsman with the power to defeat you. Link. Remember this name.
Link. Interesting. I look forward to meeting you.
Aha.
Okay, so, I mean, yeah, that more or less sets up the scene we ran into at the start of the game. There were some slight differences, of course, like Rauru's body had presumably decayed to nothing, and it was just the hand that was left by that point, of course. Yeah, I can see why that was what it was. It was if, like, it wasn't so much that they were frozen, but they were probably moving, like, really slowly, so Ganondorf was slowly falling over backwards until they ended up in that position where you found them. And it is interesting, of course, that the first thing that Ganondorf sees when he wakes up is Link holding the Master Sword, where, as far as he's concerned, the last thing that happened to him is Rauru telling him to expect a warrior called Link with the Master Sword. So that does at least explain why Ganondorf at the start of the game is directly like, oh, so you're the one with the sword that seals the darkness and all that stuff. It's like, why would you tell him that in the first place? Like, you don't reveal your plan to the evil villain. Like, that is the stupidest thing you can do. But, yes, okay. Also reveals how he knew Link's name and about the sword. Yeah, and Zelda's name. Like at the start of the game, you know, he knew about Zelda obviously because he'd met the... Well, technically it was like future Zelda from her perspective. But, you know, Zelda of the past. Yeah. You know this tragedy is the imprisoning war. Though it took all we were able to give, we succeeded in imprisoning the Demon King. But I was wounded in the process. My body was soon to expire. This is where Zelda came to me, bearing a decayed and broken sword. Yes, you will recall how the Master Sword vanished from your hands at the Temple of Time. From there, it traveled into the distant past, appearing in Zelda's hand. See, this is the thing. It's like, because we've done all the side content about learning Zelda's story and all that stuff, we already know this. This is more for people who haven't done that yet. Now you hold it once again. Damn straight I do.
You're saying that sword traveled through time the same way you did?
Yes, but more importantly, in my original time, the Demon King was vulnerable to even the smallest piece of this sword.
Even someone like him has vulnerabilities. Then, what exactly are you suggesting we do with the sword?
Over time, the Master Sword is able to absorb sacred power. It can heal itself, and even grow stronger.
Curious. If we were able to empower it in that way, it could be the key to defeating the Demon King. But it could take centuries for that sword to grow strong enough. The power the Demon King wields. I do not see how this can be done. It would be impossible for you to provide it with sacred power for so long.
I can think of one way.
You mean?
Yes, I can do it. I have to.
I've told you. That act is forbidden for a very good reason. It would mean throwing yourself away.
Oh, Minoru!
You won't be able to change back.
The moment I had the sword, I knew what to do. I knew this was why I came to this era. I want to restore the Master Sword and deliver it to Link.
I understand. You really have made up your mind? Very well then. As a Zonai, I bear my share of blame for these events. So I too will devote myself to this goal and to this hero of yours. For the swordsman Link, I will do everything I can. Even if my body should perish, I will still be with you in spirit. Aha!
I'm sorry, that whole cutscene I was somewhat distracted by the fact that she had this like collar thing that wouldn't stop blowing in a wind that wasn't there. That was really distracting. Afterwards, Zelda and I discussed strategy. We laid the groundwork for guiding you in the distant future. Before the gloom's affliction took my life, I became a spirit and entered the Purapad. Then Zelda did what she felt she must and began the forbidden process. She believed you would use the Master Sword to defeat the Demon King and restore peace to Hyrule. You already have in your hand the hope that Zelda left you, the Master Sword that sealed the darkness. Yes.
Well then.
Go now, Link. With the Sword of Hope that Zelda left to you, you will surely smite Demon King Ganondorf. Sweet. Purple, lovely. Trial of the Master Sword. Oh, okay. Yay! Sweet. Oh, hello. Who the fuck are you? Smithing construct. When you created me to try and unlock hidden potential of zoonite charges. Maybe the unique ability to temper zoonite for weapons and equipment. Was driven into hiding when a minion of the Demon King occupied the Spirit Temple. Huh. Ooh. Well, that's nice. But I actually know a place where I can get them for free, so that's fine. Ah, and there's those last two memories I was missing. Yay, look, I got the full story now. Ain't life fun, right. Okay. Progress was interrupted when the Son of the Demon King, blah 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 blah. Ooh, oh, one of those. Too small to wield as a weapon, but it can be used as an arrowhead. Offer you one ancient blade for every 50 pieces of zoonite. Bloody hell. No thanks. You had a quest. Yeah, I noticed this guy seems to have a quest, but I can't do anything with it.
Yes. Aha. Well,
Yeah, so obviously if I hadn't already got the Master Sword, then that would have been a case of, hey, you need to go find the Master Sword already. I like how there's little spirits in these things. That's a nice touch. Okay. What Tapura, huh? Blade attached to arrows are pretty much one-hit kills on non-boss enemies. Really? That's... I mean, makes sense. They are quite powerful. Any clues of the Zonai ruins? Yes. Yes, I did.
What? Uh-huh.
Can't believe this is actually one of the sages who faced off against the Demon King along with Princess Zelda. Now we have news about the princess. There's some belief in that, at least. So, in the ancient past, Princess Zelda worked to restore the decayed Master Sword and return it to your hands, trusting that you would defeat the Demon King in the present day. She did so much all on her own.
What?
Master Sword was restored, you say? Look, I'm sorry, I kind of skipped ahead on certain parts. Yep. Princess Zelda's witch. She believed in so strongly she gave her life to see it through.
Check it.
Since you've all you need, you're prepared to face our enemy. Hey. Hey. We need to determine where the Demon King is lurking. Seems unlikely it'd still be in Hyrule Castle. Can't think of a place he'd be here on the surface, which would mean in the depths.
Mm-hmm.
I already know where he is.
What?
Into the deepest reaches of the depths far beneath Hyrule Castle. Yes! Again, I've been busy, okay? So presumably the, deal with the Yiga clan thing is pretty much required to complete the game, I guess.
Yes. Check it.
Ooh, destroy Ganondorf. Lovely. Well, okay then. I still have... How do we still have Find Princess Zelda as, like, a thing? Like, at this point, we know where she is. I think we can get rid of this as a quest. Okay. And so, that more or less points me straight and directly at Endgame. You know, that's it. There is nothing else. Well, I mean, there's plenty to do, but yeah, that's it. It's all that's left is the final fight with Ganondorf. I have no fucking clue how hard that's gonna be. I mean, I felt kind of over-prepared last time, but, for when I went into Hyrule Castle, but that's because that was, like, fake-out boss. This is, like, proper final boss. Alright. Let's see now. I obviously have a bunch of Sage's Wills. I got 5 in point of fact, because I found a couple when I was wandering around. Yeah, see, I like that these two colors match, but these three just don't. And that's really fucking irritating to me. I kind of wish you could, like, move them in order and stuff, but you can't. You just can't. It's auto-sorted. And I'm assuming these are, like, in the order you collect them. So I suppose... And these are in the order you collect them as well. So you'd either have to collect these in a different order, or these in a different order. Because the order I got these is more or less the order it was implied to do. Rito, Goron, Zora, Gerudo, Spirit. And the thing is, these were kind of in the order you were supposed to get them as well. At least I think so. I sure as hell don't think you could get Ascend first. I suppose technically you could. Anyway, yeah, obviously I have the Sage's Wills. And that means I can upgrade one of these guys. I don't know who's worth upgrading. Because it just increases attack power, and I'm like, obviously Tulin is the MVP, we all know this, but the other option is like, I don't think Yunobo, because like he's okay, but he's kind of slow, and although he does hit hard, because his attacks are increasingly unlikely to hit, especially on fast moving enemies, that doesn't feel very good. Sidon, he's not too bad. A little on the slow side, but he does do some pretty decent spear attacking. Riju, honestly, I haven't really been paying too much attention to her in fights. She's kind of just always running around in the background, just doing stuff, and I'm not really looking. And I mean, Minoru, I have no fucking clue. Even I don't know if that's effective or not. I believe Minoru attacks most out of all of them. I was leaning towards Minoru, truth be told, just because. Excellent. So, go and see input. Yeah, I know. That's assuming she's even around anymore. Hey, there she is. You should go back to the village yourself. Yes, I noticed. I came here earlier and you weren't here. I'm thinking of all those glimpses you've had of the Light Dragon, or rather Princess Zelda's memories. Seems as though that must be an omen of some kind. The village is now in Pyre's hands as chief, so I intend to keep looking for a way to restore the princess. You ought to devote yourself to calming the effects of the upheaval. I think perhaps you recognize what is shown on that screen. Part of our history which must never be forgotten, the Calamity. Yes, the Calamity was the demon king of ancient times brought back into existence in the form of hatred manifest. Some of our youths believed the Calamity to be mere legend. You and I know better, of course. Shown here are the royal princess with the power to seal away evil, and a warrior chosen by a legendary sword. This image depicts how, using 4 relics called divine beasts, built by our ancestors, they drove off the Calamity. That reminds me, Simon told me he's teaching the children that... Yeah, so this is a clue about where the hell to find that picture I got earlier. Apparently she's not going to talk about it. Nope, not a word. Okay, never mind. Well, that was a waste of time. Okay. So I'm not entirely sure what the fuck I want to do next. I don't think I'm going to be ending the game today, because I've only got like an hour left. I doubt I could finish off the game in an hour. Besides, I want to spend some time collecting stuff, you know, upgrading my gear, perhaps a bit more. I don't really know on that front. I mean, I got a lot of stuff, but it's not great. That does actually remind me. I should go and have a look, see what else I can upgrade now. Because I have collected a few things, but not a lot. I haven't really done a lot of exploring since I last did all this. I mean, I guess what it sort of implies is that the imprisoning war, presumably at least, is where all the Sheikah stuff and the divine beasts came from. I guess. Because although you don't see the... Well, you do sort of see the imprisoning war, but you only see, like, the final battle between, like, the 7 heroes and Ganon. Or the Demon King, whatever the hell you want to call him. You don't really see... Because if it's called the imprisoning war, then you expect to see war, but you don't. You just see the final fight. Alrighty-ho then. Right, so I need 7 more silver bokoblin horns and a lot more of Hinox's guts. I'm thinking that's probably not going to get upgraded anytime soon. Okay. Not really sure what's worth upgrading. Like, oh, excuse me. In terms of the things I've got the best for. Now that was different than the Calamity. Impa was talking about the Calamity. It's Ganondorf's hatred leaking out of the seal when it took the form of Calamity Ganon, which is a mindless beast of destruction. I mean, it's a thing where, because it was in the last game that, like, Calamity Ganon attacked, like, 100 years previously. Zelda sealed it away. Link got put in the Shrine of Resurrection. Like, 100 years pass. And then Breath of the Wild, the events of that game happen. And it's implied in that the Sheikah created the divine beasts. I don't remember the exact reason why. My guess is... See, my thinking was that they created the divine beasts to help fight the Demon King, Ganondorf, during the imprisoning war. Because that would make the most fucking sense. Rather than, oh yeah, there was an imprisoning war, and then sometime after that, the Sheikah showed up and created the divine beasts, and then they all got buried under the ground for thousands of years, and then Calamity Ganon was supposed to be coming back, so they dug them all up, and then the Calamity happened, and then the Breath of the Wild happened, then a bit more time passes, and then the events of Tears of the Kingdom happened. I kind of more like the idea that the imprisoning war and the divine beast showed up at the same time, because I think it just focuses events in the past a little bit smoother, but it's probably not that. Okay, so sorry, I was getting a little distracted there. So we're going to need to think on what the fuck I need upgraded and all this, that, the other. I mean, I still have the max of 60 defense for my stuff. I don't know what's worth upgrading and what isn't in terms of stuff. I don't know. But anyway, look, it's 5 o'clock. So I do have to take a break. Oh, what now? Oh, yeah, right. Right, yes, because I literally haven't been anywhere where you guys can pop out yet, have I? Okay, yeah, so we're going to take a break. And I don't know specifically like what the hell I'm going to do. I could go hunting around for upgrade materials, perhaps. Or maybe go mooching around for some more weapons. I don't know like what levels I need to be at for like equipment and stuff. I don't know if what I've got now is considered good. I don't know if what I've got now is considered bad. I literally haven't the faintest fucking clue. No idea whatsoever. But gonna take a break. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Hang on. Sorry. The volume on my headset got turned down. Righty-ho then. Let's see. See, now it's too loud. Okay. Let me go do some cooking. Top up my thing. Because Jagoth left a little hint saying that gloom recovery food might be an idea. I'm a little curious. Where is... let's see. Well, we want these, obviously. Hold. And then... Nope, that didn't work. That's irritating. Okay. Because if you cook just a hearty truffle by itself... that's full recovery plus 1. But apparently just cooking a mushroom and a Sunderland doesn't work. Because nothing's ever that simple, is it? Mixing effects? Am I? Oh, it's because that one temporarily increases maximum hearts, which is a different effect. I get it. No, I want to... I always forget about that. Yeah, I need better stuff than that. See, look, that's 4 but does 6 recovery. Add more Sunderlands. Oh yeah, that might make sense. That works. So for every Sunderland that you add, it's plus 3 heart recovers, isn't it? By the looks of it. Interesting. I should probably sell some of these things. Where the hell is Beetle Wings?
Hey! Sa! Hoo-hoo! Wow! Yeah! Hoo-hoo!
Also, you can cook a wheat, cheese, and tomato if you want a pizza. I guess. I think I should get rid of some of these. I'm never going to use most of them.
Wow! Hoo-hoo! Yay! Wow! Yay!
Fair point. Probably don't need that one either.
Hoo-hoo!
I definitely don't need anything with heat resistance. Because I've got the clothes for that.
Hoo-hoo! Wow! Yay! Wow! Yay!
Okay, so I don't need that. Do I need shock resistance? Not really.
Wow!
I've been carrying around so much of this shit for so long. I will take the attack up. That's a good one. These ones are good. I might get rid of this one though, because that's pathetic. I will definitely keep the defense up stuff. Although those ones are pretty small. Speed ups I will keep. Do I really need this many stealth stuff? Probably not.
Yay! Wow!
Nope, not that.
Ah. Yay! Hoo-hoo!
Alright, that pretty much cut my food amount in half. Wheat, cheese, and tomato for a pizza, you're saying? That's rice. Wheat? Don't know if I've even got any cheese. I got butter. I don't have any cheese. I guess I never bothered buying any at any point. I got milk. Rip. Yeah, no cheese. Okay. Cook a couple of these. cook a full bunch more of these. Nope. Any other recommendations for cooking stuff? So I got, whoop, nope, not that. I got 15 full recovery things, which is basically just hearty mushroom skewer, because cooking a truffle just automatically gets you that, because that's like the simplest thing you can cook that gets the biggest heart recovery. Like full hearts and an extra one. Yes. I got that as well, just because. I got a bunch of things. I don't know if I'm going to need more of those. Five bananas gets you nearly 5 minutes of attack up 3. Does that, I've always been curious, does that stack on top of clothes? I mean, here's the thing, I wouldn't be wearing attack up clothes because my best clothes aren't that. My best clothes are, well, you got a hood, which doesn't give you any kind of benefit. We got good for climbing. And we've got good for glowing in the dark. Tack up 410, which is probably the best you can get. And defense up 410. Because you can only have, again, and do correct me if I'm getting this incorrect, you can only have one food-based effect at a time, can't you? So it's not like you can eat an attack up and then follow it up with like a defense up and keep both of those. You can only have either the attack up or the defense up. Yeah, I thought I had in my mind that was a thing, but it's the easiest, but there are some fish that can give you a longer duration. Yeah, I don't think I've got a lot in terms of fish. I mean, I have some. We got... That one increases max hearts, and restores stamina, heat resistance, defense, glowing, basic health, and resistance to the cold. Yeah. So I don't actually have any attack increasing stuff in that regard. Must have got lucky. That's a 9-10 for defense. Alright. So we got 15 full heart recoveries. We got 6 gloom recoveries. Well, 3 15s. And then a few miscellaneous. I don't know if that's going to be good enough. I feel like I should do more of that. If we're going into the heart of the gloom to fight Ganon, we're going to need some anti-gloom stuff. Okay. Stamina increase. Not desperate for that. 5 attacks, 5 defenses. We're only at 45. We could keep going with that. Yeah, I must have got like a special on that because normally you get 410. That one was 910. Why the hell that got an extra 5 minutes? I can only assume because I got lucky with a special cook. Speed isn't... I'll keep those just in case I need them, but I don't know if I will. And then I'm just keeping as a miscellaneous. I really don't know. Alright. Let's see. It's weird that you're not a ghost. It's weird that you're the actual thing. Unlike all the others. That's completely throwing me off. Okay. So, that's food. In terms of armor, I'm not going to get much better. I don't... Well, not without a lot of grinding for monster materials. I don't think I'm going to get much better. Because I'm fairly certain that with the exception of a few very specific armor sets, 60 is the average max. Like most of the armor sets will max out at around 60. Now obviously I'm not getting the set bonus. I don't know, does the set bonus increase the defense of a set? Or does it just increase the special ability of a set? Because I know that's a thing, like if you increase the level of all the froggy equipment, then you can get better slip resistance, you know, when it's raining. Because I always got the idea that it just increased the gives a unique ability but doesn't affect defense. I didn't think it did. Yeah, so I think the only armor that gets, like, once you level it up to level 4, that gets more than 60, I think it's the soldier's armor. I think. Again, could be wrong, but I believe that's the case. But in terms of soldier's armor, I don't think I can get anywhere near the stuff for that. Soldier's armor and the champion's leathers. There you go. Yeah, sorry to pest you again. Because I think for... Yeah, for that I need moblin guts for that. I need Hinox guts for that. Don't even know which one it is. Do I not have to? No, there they are, Soldier's Greaves. Yeah, and I need Moblin Guts for that too. So I'd have to go off and fight Moblins and Henoxes, and I'm like, do I really want to do that? Like, do I really want to do that? No. No, I really, really don't. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to get too much better on defense. 60 seems okay. Like, if 60 is the average for most of them, they can't expect you to do too much more than that. My big thought is my weapons, really. Because obviously weapons, they're going to degrade over time as I fight him. And I don't know, like, how many phases he's going to have, because the last game, you know, you go all the way down and you fight what you think is going to be Calamity Ganon, but then it turns out that actually, no, you've kind of got to fight through all the bosses or something. Oh, no, wait, no, that's if... Yeah, that's if you don't defeat the bosses, then you have to fight through all the bosses, but then Calamity Ganon gets his health knocked down by half or something like that. I forget the specifics. But obviously that's not an option in this game. At least I assume not. It is kind of weird actually how... I mean, I'm assuming that you can go and fight, you know, Demon King Ganon right off the bat in this game. You know, once you got out of Tutorial Town. Once you know where he is. You know? But it also looks like there's going to be a dungeon. I do wonder if we get to go back through the area we went through at the start of the game. Because one thing I remember very specifically is that the area where, if you remember, these pictures were taken, like this, and this, and this, there was rubble on the one side, and I can't remember exactly, but it looked like the kind of rubble that could be destroyed with an explosive or using Yonobo. I'm wondering if we could reveal what's behind that. I mean, we know what the one is here on the right. We've seen that picture. Minoru showed us that. But there was a fifth one as well. And I'm like, what else was hiding there? Probably nothing, but you never know. I don't know. I am curious. I'd love to go back there and have a look at that. But yeah, that's something else. I got a lot of these pictures. So many random pictures. Right. So yeah, my only thought is weapons. You know, I got some pretty decent 50 level ones. I've even got a bloody 73 one down there. Which is like great, but also no. Because I'm going to be underground. Because, you know, that's great to use up on the surface. But I'm going to be underground. Not sure if I want to be using that. I don't know if there's a better place to find good base weapons than the big forge I keep going to up here. Oh, that's weird. They haven't regenerated this time. Well, that's just bloody rude, isn't it? God, you go out of your way to try and get the same weapons over and over and over again. They don't even bother regenerating. Oh, no, thanks. I mean, I would guess it's perhaps because I've still got the items in my inventory, because I technically haven't used them yet. Okay, well, if that isn't going to give me what I want. So interesting, we haven't had a blood moon for a while. Okay, but then again, I haven't exactly been running around killing a lot of enemies. Mostly constructs. So. I was kind of curious the way it orders them. Like, I don't get that. Maybe it's by type because these are swords. Master Sword obviously comes first, I guess. Then it's large swords and stuff, and then spears maybe. I don't know. And in terms of materials, I mean, diffuse attack power, these are better for arrows than anything else. And then the next best one I got is a 37er. Which ain't exactly bad. Actually, I could slap that on something right now. What should get that? You can merge stuff with the Master Sword, can't you? Is that ever worth it? Just in general. Because obviously the Master Sword eventually like wears out, as we know. Because it doesn't actually tell you what the base damage of the Master Sword is. So it's like, how can you be expected to like judge it when you don't even know what the Master Sword's base damage is? It does buff its damage. Okay. Well, whatever it is, it's plus 37 now. Okay. Okay. A couple of rock breakers, got those for when we need them. I don't know. I don't know if this is good. I don't know if that's crap. I legitimately have no fucking clue. I also don't know if it's worth trying to find some more Sage's Wills to upgrade my spirits. Unfortunately, if I wanted to do that... excuse me, sorry. Unfortunately, if I wanted to do that, I know for a fact I'd have to fight a couple of King Gleoks. Both there, and not in the mood. Honestly, the last one was kind of annoying. I mean, I'm sure I was not fighting it the best way. I don't know quite what the best way would be, but I'm sure I wasn't fighting that, so hey ho, it is what it is. Okay. I'm trying to think like what else I could possibly do to prepare. Because what I'm thinking is in the next session, we'll, you know, maybe do a little bit of last minute prep work and then we'll just go straight to fighting Ganon. Or, you know, Demon King Ganondorf or whatever the fuck they're calling him. Because I honestly don't think there's too much else I can think of to do. You know, unless you guys have, you know, in the chat have any pearls of wisdom for the last time. Yeah, there really isn't much left to to work with, really. It's just a case of go in, kick everyone's arse on the way there, fight him, and see where this all goes. Because, like, at this point, I don't think we're going into, hey, it's all leading to Skyward Sword, it's all a big giant time loop, and blah, 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 blah. They could still do that. I'm leaning towards probably not at this point. Could be proven wrong. Happy to be proven wrong, because technically that means I'd be proven right, because that was always my theory from the very, very, very start. But my guess, just based on what we know, is that, I mean, if the timeline really is that the events of 10,000 years ago, with Rauru and Zelda and, the birth of Demon King Ganondorf, that we know all happened 10,000 plus years ago. If the implication is that the true Ganondorf has been sealed away under this version of Hyrule Castle, which could just coincidentally have been built on top of him, it's entirely possible that every single story in the Zelda timeline, every time Ganondorf was born and reborn over and over and over again, it was supposed to be a manifestation of the original Demon King's evil, I guess, which would include potentially demise, which would include friggin' Calamity Ganon from the last game. And every version of Ganondorf that has appeared from throughout the entire timeline, from Skyward Sword all the way up to Breath of the Wild, has been an incarnation created by this original one, or directly or indirectly. It is kind of weird, I think, that Ganondorf was sealed away and kind of, quotes, turned to stone in a way that very much paralleled the end of Wind Waker in a roundabout kind of way. There's a stone slab in a hidden part of the castle that says that the castle is part of the seal on Ganondorf. As long as the castle stays pristine, the seal will stand strong. Really? See, that's weird, because Hyrule Castle has moved and changed a lot over the years in the Zelda timeline. It's really weird. I almost feel like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom very much feel like their own self-contained story at this point. I know that the entire Zelda timeline is very much a make up the game and then find a place to shoehorn it into the timeline afterwards, to the point where I don't think there's supposed to be an official timeline. I am 100% certain that the timeline was something that Nintendo made up just to shut the fans up. And that in their mind, there isn't really a fucking timeline. That is my personal headcanon of the timeline, that we don't need a timeline, and that it's all supposed to be like different versions and iterations of the same basic story, like a fable told through generations. Or something like that, It changes over time. But Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom really do feel like a very self-contained thing. Even compared to other games, I don't know. Personally, it really feels very separate. Because, in terms of connectivity between the Zelda games, this is just going to be me ranting until 6 o'clock rolls around. Yeah, in terms of connectivity between all the games, it was always very loose. I think Zelda 2 is supposed to be a sequel to Zelda 1. I don't know. I've never played it. And Zelda 1 was your basic fantasy thing of you are the hero, there is a princess that's in danger, kidnapped by the evil guy, kill. That's it. That's the story of Zelda 1. It didn't go any deeper than that. As I said, never played Zelda 2, or tried, never got very far. Zelda 2 is not a very good game. It's janky as fuck, the difficulty is pitched way too fucking high, and it's borderline broken in places. It's not a fun experience. But then of course you had Link to the Past. And technically there is a sequel in Link's Awakening. It's not a direct sequel, but it's the same Link having further adventures. And it's the reason why Koholint Island is so similar in various aspects to the map of Link to the Past, because obviously it's a dream, and I get the feeling that like the way Koholint Island looks was kind of informed by Link entering the dream, I would guess. I don't know. But that makes sense. Then of course you had Ocarina of Time. Now Ocarina of Time, nobody realized, I think, that Ocarina of Time was supposed to be a sequel to Link to the Past until the very end of the game where it happens, because Link to the Past starts with this like backstory where 7 sages sealed away like, this evil in this other world, and then at the end of Ocarina of Time that happens. And it was actually supposed to be this big reveal twist to anybody who'd ever played Link to the Past. I played Ocarina of Time first, so it took me a while to get that. Because, I didn't play a lot of SNES games back in the day. But, yeah, so, and then you had Majora's Mask, which was a sequel to that. Wind Waker, again, very much a split kind of game. Like, you feel there is some connectivity there, but it definitely feels like a very different version. Because Wind Waker, according to the timeline that Nintendo made up, like, Wind Waker is supposed to be when Link fails, as opposed to anything else, which was odd to me. Like, having an actual canon timeline where in Ocarina of Time you just fail is really weird. Again, it is very much a thing of I don't think they thought it through all that much. Not really. They were just making games and they didn't bother connecting them up until people started demanding it. Wind Waker is technically tied to Ocarina of Time. It's supposed to be the same Ganondorf. Is it? Huh, okay. I mean, yeah, I could maybe see that. And I know that Twilight Princess is also supposed to be connected to Ocarina of Time, because Twilight Princess is supposed to be the child timeline version, where child Link, with his knowledge of the future, wakes the sages early, and they then imprison, or they then try to kill Ganondorf in the desert temple, the Arbiter's grounds, and they fail, and they send him to the world of the Twilight. And that's supposed to be directly on from that. One of the weird parts about this game is because of the incredibly changing and inconsistent art style and characterization, it's hard to know which characters are supposed to be the same and which ones are supposed to be different. But yeah, it's the timeline makes certain kind of sense, but also doesn't make sense in other places. It's very odd. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't put a lot of stock into the whole timeline thing. Like, it's fine. It is what it is, but I don't think it's desperately necessary in a series like this. Just personally. What you want from the next Zelda is more Midna. I like Midna. Don't get me wrong, she's easily one of the best characters that Nintendo have created in recent years. And I think, you know, her characterization and her story arc it really is the highlight of Twilight Princess. Like, without that, Twilight Princess would just be another Zelda game rather than regarded as one of the greats. Oi, don't go to sleep on me. And, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, well, we don't want to overuse Midna too much, because it might get boring. I mean, I do like that they tried to recapture that, you know, oh, here's a fun companion thing with Fi, and that completely blew up in their faces. Well, yeah, recent in quotes. I mean, can you think of any other memorable characters Nintendo have created since? And I do mean memorable in a good way. Because I can't. The Inklings? I mean, firstly, that's not a character, that's an entire species. Secondly, even if you count, what is the name of that one that everybody really, really likes? The singer character? I don't know, I've never played fucking Splatoon. I don't care about Splatoon. But I know that, like, there's this one singer character that people really like. Whatever the hell their name is. You could argue that, but I don't know if she has the personality. Again, don't play Splatoon, so maybe that's another memorable character, but I don't know because I've never played it. Callie and Marie were the first two. Okay, well, if you say so. I don't know. It's really, it's so not my thing. Because it's a multiplayer game. Why can't we get a Splatoon single player game? Like, please? That you've got more than enough, like, world and lore at this point. Give us a nice single player experience so we can expand upon this. It'll never happen. But, yeah, anyway, we're more or less at 6 o'clock, so I'm going to leave it there. I don't know what else, really, there is for me to do now. I could go hunting for more weapon stuff, but I think I'm okay on that. I really don't know. This is the thing. I don't know what to expect going in. You know, like, really, really, really no clue on that front. But, yeah, we're gonna have to... make sure I've got the best kind of defense. Yay. Okay, well, we're about as good as we're gonna get, I think. 70s and high 50s. I don't know. I really don't know. Alright, but we're going to leave it there. So, it all might come to an end tomorrow. Depending on how well the fight with Ganondorf goes, it could all be the last session of Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow, perhaps. Who the hell knows? I mean, it would certainly be interesting, considering I'm on... Christ, what the fuck am I even on at this point? I'm on... This is the 37th session that I've done this game now. I just checked. We are on session number 37. You do the math on that. That's... Hang on. Yeah, we're pretty much at 120 hours, which is more or less what I predicted it was going to be. You know? I know technically there's little breaks here or there. Hang on. Yeah, so at the end of this will be 111 hours. So, yeah, I did predict around about 120 hours, which makes sense. It's that kind of game. I think Elden Ring took me 120 hours to get through as well. So yeah, it's fine. Only took you 2 months. Well, a month and a half, really. When did it come out? When was it in May it came out? It was like the 12th, wasn't it? But, yeah, I mean, a month and a half, maybe a month and 2/3, depending on how you look at it. But, I mean, I knew it was going to take me a while because, you know, only playing 3 hours a day, which I think helped. I think it stopped it from getting stale. You know, I think I might have bounced off of it otherwise. Anyway, my voice is starting to go. So I'm going to leave it there for today. As I said, tomorrow might well be the end of Zelda. If it is, I guess we'll be back to my regularly scheduled program, which will feel really fucking weird. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It might not, because it might be that I can't beat him. You know, maybe I need to go off and grind some more stuff. Or it could be that there's more to it than this. Probably not. But I'm thinking we go in and we have a look and we see what's what tomorrow. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye-bye.